Hello and welcome back, everybody, to Broken Boys. This is episode 137. I am Colin.
I am Mike.
Yo!
Yo.
Let's fucking go!
What's up, man?
Not much. I'm just tired. It's the
Yeah.
end of a long day for me.
Oof. I mean, I've given you the option. We could do these Saturdays if you want, but you know what? You're a true trooper. You know.
I'm a trooper, motherfucker. I
Yeah.
got this shit. If I fall asleep on pod, that's good content.
Yeah. If you fall asleep, I'm just gonna give you a little bit of
Hell,
Exactly. Actually, I can do that one. Little. There you go.
Hell yeah.
So if you start snoring, expect a little, rude awakening.
Oh, I expect it.
Mm-hmm. What
But
episode's this?
137.
Yeah.
Yes.
I forgot if you said that or not.
I sure did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's probably been a long day for you too. I get it.
Yeah.
But as other than your super long, busy, strenuous day, how's your week been?
Just as super long, busy, and strenuous, if you ask me. But you didn't ask me, so yeah, you did. I don't know. It was fine, kind of been doing the same old. Shocker. Wow. Woo. Trying to work it out a bit. Get out of a little rut, That's always fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Working through it. But dang, I didn't write anything about my week. What did I do?
Record any guitar covers?
You know the answer to that one.
Make any
one
progress on new music? Or...
I mean, I have, not in terms of being recorded though. It's just
okay.
Still on the writing stage. Stuck there a little bit, but I did do a little Radiohead transcription, another one that I've been kind of working on, touching up a little bit. I see you chose your profile picture in honor of that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Sail to the Moon, one of my favorite songs from Hail to the Thief. Very, very good one. Fun fact, like a while ago when I gave you a Radiohead one and I was like, choose guitar or piano. You chose guitar. If you chose piano, would have had Sail to the Moon. But,
What?
It's okay. I love Give Up the Ghost too.
How long ago? What episode was that, Mike?
What episode was that?
Yeah. Dig deep into the recesses of your mind.
115? I don't know. Well, that would have been an artist analysis, so.
Sure would have.
I don't know. But yeah, did that. I'm pretty happy with how that's turned out. But it's been raining and stuff. Been a rainy couple few days. I got after, in honor of our bevy bracket last week, we talked a little bit about milkshakes, and you talked about an Oberweis cookies and cream milkshake, and I was like, never had that, but it sounds fire.
So fire.
Decided to change that.
Yeah.
Went to Oberweis. Would not believe what I ordered.
3 glass jugs of chocolate milk.
Yeah, no cookies and cream milkshake. Yeah, no, I did that on Wednesday. Rainy wait. I went at like 9:00 or something, and they closed at 10, so there's probably like a total of 2 people in there. But it was kind of a long wait. But as I was in there listening to I guess I could talk about what I listened to, but I listened to Sufjan Stevens' album this week, Javelin, the new one. Um, First Sufjan project, and I was liking it a lot, but listening to it on a dark, rainy drive was certainly a vibe with it. So liked it even more after that. But yeah, I did that. Milkshake,
What'd you
very
think?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, almost skip that part. It was very good. It was definitely worth the shout out in the bevy bracket. So
that little cookie in it,
yeah, I don't know what that's called.
like a pirouette or something like that.
Pirouette?
Yeah,
Huh.
it starts with a P. I don't remember.
Okay.
Um,
Um.
but I also
Oh.
had a milkshake this week.
Oh
On
shit.
it was like it might have been Saturday or Sunday last week.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there was like an extra one, and when my coworker brought it back, she's like, "Anybody want this?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." It was a chocolate milkshake, and I, started sipping on it. And I was like, "Mike was right. Milkshake is good."
I know. Was
Um,
it a McDonald's milkshake? I forgot what you said.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. I hadn't had a McDonald's milkshake before
I'm
that.
trying to think if I have ever had a McDonald's milkshake. Usually when I get ice cream from there, I go McFlurry route.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, milkshake.
I'm telling. I think we beat water.
It sure did.
Yeah. We got our priorities in order.
I was telling my siblings about the bevy bracket
Mm-hmm.
before it came out, and I was like, "Yeah, uh, or water beat Arizona, I think."
I think so.
And
Yeah.
and Noah was like, "What the fuck, no?" And I was like, "It's water, bro."
Yeah.
I was like, "You're telling me if you were completely parched, dehydrated, you'd sooner reach for a Arizona tea than a fucking glass of ice water?" And
Mm.
he was like, "No." It's like, yeah,
See,
yeah.
but to counteract that, though, if we were completely parched and dying in a desert, would we reach for a milkshake or for a water first?
I mean, true, but milkshake good. So
Milkshake, good. We have quite a bit more views on Bevy Bracket too.
yeah, yeah.
Well, Bevy
I
Bracket
did, I
one,
did,
but
yeah. I did tag Drake in the Twitter post though, so that might.
I guess so. A little bit of shouting out some
Yeah,
smaller artists.
people
Yeah.
people came in to see what we had to say about the album, and all we said was we didn't listen to it, but it's long as fuck.
Yep.
So
And it's an inevitable omen hovering over our heads.
yeah,
Yeah. Can't wait for that day.
yeah.
Or that week, I guess. But yeah, did that. Also listened to The Rest by boygenius, but I'm sure we'll talk just briefly about that a little bit later. I feel like I listened to something else. Oh, I started listening to Paranul, who I talked about earlier this year. He's a Korean like shoegaze artist. Um, he released an album earlier this year called oh hold on After the Magic, and I thought it was all right. I liked his other album a little bit more, but for a while now on Album of the Year, the top user rated album has been a live version of that album with like some other songs from the first album. And I started listening to it. It's called After the Night, and I did like it quite a bit from what I heard. Um, the last song is 46 minutes long though, so
Oh, I love swans.
yeah. So I only got like 15 minutes in, and then I got called in to do something else. I think to play some games with friends or something, and then I haven't picked it back up. But the stuff before then and up until then had been very good. Like I like his vocals more in a live setting. I feel like he sings with a lot more like emotion and. But I'm probably gonna listen to that again at some point. But pretty cool album. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, Other than that, I bought myself Assassin's Creed Unity this week.
Mm.
Because I need another distraction. And Well,
Wasn't that the one that was like buggy as shit when it came out?
yeah, but it's been fixed since then. At least like the buggy parts. And I don't know. It's like I've been kind of a little on an Assassin's Creed kick ish
Mm-hmm.
recently. I'm not like a huge Assassin's Creed guy, but I do have it in me a little bit. It's very it's deep down. Um,
Did you perhaps buy it after watching a video by a dude who played every Assassin's Creed game?
uh, maybe. I watched a guy rank all of them. That I think it
Yeah,
was
that's the
yeah, I
one.
think it was
I played every
uploaded
Assassin's
recently.
Creed and ranked them. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been seeing some love for Unity recently, anyways. And Mirage just came out, and it looks like
Mhm.
painfully mid. Um,
Yeah.
and every time I see stuff from Unity, I'm like, damn, this parkour looks fantastic. And
Mhm.
even the graphics and stuff looks so good. And so I was like, you know what? We'll do it. And like, I literally am like just the very beginning of it for the most part. Um,
Yeah.
and it's very smooth. The graphics still hold up like really well, and I think that game came out like it was one of the first Xbox One games. I think it's like
Yeah.
2015, maybe 2016.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Um, Still looks phenomenal.
I remember watching Kutra play that.
Oh wow, yeah, I think I remember like Nova playing it. So like yeah, because I forgot the co-op was a whole thing, and that was something I just unlocked. That's how far into the game I am.
Perfect.
But Uh, you know what? It's pretty cool so far. Animations are nice. Missions are, Assassin's Creed missions, especially
Yeah.
early-ish. The story's kind of whatever right now. But I've heard, in terms of gameplay, it's pretty fun. Pretty fun. So,
Mhm.
yeah. Uh,
Nice.
that's my eventful week. What about you?
It's been all right. Um, after last episode, worked, worked those good old 4 to midnight, 5:30 to midnight,
Dang,
on
you've been doing
Saturday
that
and
during the week? Oh, on Saturday and
no, no,
Sunday. Gotcha.
Saturday and Sunday. Uh, and I have it again this week because love that, and
Mm-hmm.
next week. But you know, there was a crazy motherfucker on Sunday night.
Oh.
Um, and it was some college kid too. We closed the lobby down, and if you get like a mobile order or like a DoorDash order, you have to like ring the doorbell, and there's this window that they hand it through.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy who got a mobile order claimed he didn't get his fries, but my manager is the one that packed the order, and she knew that she put the fries in there.
Mm-hmm.
And he got no response, so he hit that doorbell over and over and over and over and over again for like 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Started banging on the window, got no response, so he left, went around the building to the drive-through windows, and started yelling in. And he was like, "I want my fries." And my manager was like, "Get the fuck out! No, you got your fucking fries. You're trying to scam us out or whatever." And
Mm-hmm.
then he came to the second one first, and then he went back to the first one, and he's like straight up yelling at this point. And my coworker back there had no idea what was happening. So this random motherfucker at like 11 p.m. coming and yelling into her face in the window outside of a car was
Mm-hmm.
a little scary. But like he starts yelling. And he's like, "Give me my fucking fries! I want my fucking fries, bitch!" Um, and my manager, she fucking barrels down to the fucking window, screaming like, "Get the fuck out of here! You're not getting your fucking. I'm gonna call the cops!" And he's like, "Call the cops, bitch! Come out here! Come out here!" Um, but then he ended up, running away,
Uh-huh.
and then I think his friend tried to come back through the drive-through and get him again.
Mm.
Um, and she did call the cops, and we have cameras, and plenty of people that saw what happened. So
I mean,
I was
good. I was just gonna say, good on your manager for like not putting up with that shit because we need more of
yeah,
that in the service industry.
yeah, yeah. I would have expected that for maybe some like boomer or some fucking asshole Gen X person, but like somebody that's like around our age. I was like,
Yeah,
really? Over a fucking fries, man?
yeah.
not that serious. But yeah, that was fun.
For a split
Almost.
for a split second, I thought you were almost gonna be in the situation of a TikTok I saw like earlier this week of a guy like screaming through a McDonald's like drive-through window that he wanted real food or something, and then like proceeded to start throwing like drinks that were on the counter right there at the staff and all that, and calling everyone a bitch and being whatever, racist, misogynistic, all the above, ruining stuff inside. And the manager was still there, like giving food to him, just like whatever. But for a
Didn't
second,
quite get.
I was gonna say for a second I thought like I was gonna be like, oh yeah, I saw that on TikTok.
Yeah. No, there was, but like before that had happened, me and my coworker, the one that got was scared by the fucking dude because she didn't see what was happening. We had just been talking earlier, and she was like, "Yeah, apparently one of the other McDonald's around here got robbed at gunpoint through the drive-thru."
Oh
So
God,
on top of that, having this motherfucker come through uh, was not fun. And they didn't like McDonald's did not tell other stores and other managers about it.
about the robbery.
Yeah. So yeah, so my coworker told one of my managers, and he was like, "What? No, they didn't tell us. The fuck?"
That's an issue.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, but yeah, every time I've worked since last Saturday, I've been in that first window all alone my entire shifts, and I kind of want to fucking kill myself.
Is that just like taking order and taking
Taking
money?
order, yeah.
Okay.
So, and you got that headset on my ear for 8 hours, super uncomfortable. Get a little hoarse because I repeat, "Welcome back. Are you using the mobile app today?" Over and over and over again.
Nice.
And today being Friday the 13th, fucking
Oh
brought
God.
out the crazy, I guess. People were just real assholes all night. But
Yep.
yeah,
I
but
mean, College Town on Friday the 13th in October. That's all starting to click now.
yeah,
I'm sure there was some alcohol involved.
well, maybe. Yeah. I also love when people drive through the drive-through and are just smoking weed in their car, and they can't, or smoking a cigarette and just like the smoke wafts in my face and everything. It's my favorite thing.
I didn't even think about that being a factor. That's crazy.
Yeah, I just find it crazy how many people I see smoking weed in their car. Like,
once again, you're on a college campus.
yeah, I know, but it's mostly adults.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
It's like, what the fuck is going on? But I wrote down Rizgod question mark.
Oh.
I didn't. Once again, I didn't give my snap or my number to that one girl, but then earlier, out of nowhere, this completely different girl was like, "Do you have a Snapchat?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Can I have it?" I was like, "Sure."
Dang.
Yeah.
Smooth with it.
Fuck. I was like, "What the fuck is happening at this McDonald's?"
Once again, I just leave and then all the love comes out at McDonald's, I guess.
So.
Yeah.
McDonald's is the true matchmaker.
Yeah.
Love my boy Ronald.
Our relationship is sponsored by Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, but that's interesting. My Wi-Fi got better this week, which was nice.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. That's good.
Yeah, pretty fuck ass last week and some of this week, but it got better. So I got to play games with my siblings, play some Fortnite, played some Baldur's Gate. This time with my sister, she came and played with us.
Nice.
Which became even more chaotic than it was with just the three of us before. It's fun though. I had a midterm for my one Civil War class, which was a little stressful, and it was like the first like test that I've had in like forever, and it was all like short answer, long answer, and you know, you got to start. I got to start a little early because my professor got there a little early, and he was like, yeah, if you know, if you want to start right when I get there, that's cool. So I got like an extra 15, 20 minutes on it, but it still went till like a couple minutes after the period ended.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was like there were no multiple choices, so it was like 30 short answer questions, and then you had to write 5 paragraphs, like one paragraph for like six, or it was 6 paragraphs, one paragraph for like 6 different terms.
Oh.
And then you had to write the thesis of secondary sources
Mm.
in your own words, and it was like 5.
Like from
Um,
memorization, or like did they give you the sources?
yeah, they give you the names of the sources, and we were allowed to have one side of one sheet of paper as like a cheat sheet.
Yeah.
So I in my shitty ass handwriting, I wrote as tiny as I could, and I filled out the entire front side of a notebook piece of paper.
Yeah.
And you know that helped a lot, but there was still a lot on there that I did not write down because I was like, I didn't remember it even being in the study guide, some of the stuff. So I was like, man, fuck, I spent so long writing all that just to
Mm.
not have it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But
That's
um,
yeah, that's an interesting test format.
yeah,
Those
yeah,
questions.
it was. Yeah, I don't know what that was for, but it's whatever.
Did Vince
Uh,
ever show you when he made note cards? Like when he was able to have a note card for a test?
he might have. I feel like I remember him showing like one.
That man could write so tiny and so precise at the same time. Like he could fit so much info on one note card and all of it would be completely legible. It was like actually kind of nuts.
Yeah, I don't know,
Yeah.
especially with engineering shit.
With what,
Um,
sorry?
with his engineering shit, like
Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh, those are the ones that he showed me, were like his engineering one. Yeah.
yeah. Um, but yeah, I didn't do a whole lot else this week. I watched more Critical Role. I'm getting excited for Spider-Man next Friday. Very excited for that to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I also listened to Javelin by Sufjan Stevens.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah. I saw that a new album came out, and I was like, oh, all right, I'll check it out.
Same thought
Uh,
process I had.
yeah, yeah. And I said it was the same general vibe as Yanni and Laurel.
I
Uh,
don't think.
no, not funny. All right.
No, I was. Oh, it maybe it didn't come through. I was laughing.
Yeah,
It sounds like I'm
yeah.
covering up, but I was laughing.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I that came to my mind earlier this week, and I was like, that's kind of funny. Um,
That's good. That is good.
um, I really like his voice and the production. And it was a vibe for the dreary day to day driving to and from my clinical. Was not expecting shit talk to be like 9 minutes long, but I was like, hey, all right.
Yeah.
And yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I probably liked Carrie and Lowell more, but this one was pretty good. I had a good time with it.
Yeah, I still need to check out like most of his stuff. That's
Yeah, I've heard Carrie and Lowell. So.
yeah, that's one of the artists that like I say all the time, like, oh, I've been meaning to check him out. I've been meaning to check him out, and
Rome
just
on the wheel.
maybe. Uh, but yeah. I mean that was this is my first full album I've listened to.
Mm-hmm.
My
Oh, in the middle
previous
of the.
Oh, I was
Huh?
just gonna say real quick. My previous exposure to him was the Death with Dignity incident. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I was gonna make a joke about it this week, but
yeah.
I couldn't think of one that was easy.
Mm.
Um. Uh. just to bring it down a little more, that crazy shit's been happening with Israel and Palestine.
Yeah, I put that in my notes too. I mean, I don't have like much to say, but figured, sometimes I like to look back at these episodes and just, I know, like in 3 years or something, I'll come back and be like, oh yeah, that was happening. This is that week, the same week I
Yeah.
listened to Sufjan Stevens for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
but
we can't,
yeah,
we can't match in support for Palestine like we did Ukraine.
yeah,
But yeah, that's some fuck shit.
yeah. I need to like get more informed on everything over there because I know it's like as far from a black and white situation as you can get.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. It just I mean I don't. I guess like I just want to be like informed of what's
Yeah.
the whole tensions and the whole history and everything there because I know it's a very very. I mean, obviously it's a very very serious thing, but also
Yeah.
it's just like a very complex thing. I just kind of want to be in the loop of
Yeah.
what's happening, where I should be
I
supporting and not
know.
supporting.
Yeah, I know basics. Like I know that there's been a whole conflict since I think it was after the Holocaust, and like Jewish people went and wanted to go back to Jerusalem or Israel and like
Hmm.
reclaim it for Judaism, and like Palestinians were like living there, and they got pushed out, and then there's been this whole conflict since then.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't know what set off the whole thing this week. I think it was a
I
terror organization.
Yeah, yeah. So I've been kind of looking into it, and from what I can tell, is that uh, Palestine they're in two parts. They're in like the West Bank, which is like around where Jerusalem is, and they're also in the Gaza Strip. Uh, and like I don't know if they like officially own that, but that's like where they're located.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently Israel kind of, I don't know the facts, but from what I've heard is that Israel has been kind of not giving them the stuff that they need in the Gaza Strip. So like they're not getting the proper amount of food or housing or whatever. They basically been getting the worst living conditions intentionally by Israel. And so now a terrorist group within the Gaza Strip is fighting back with terrorism. Um,
Okay.
which it's like I understand why you want to fight back. Fighting back with terrorism, that's where it just starts getting really muddy again.
Yeah, it's
It's just,
really
yeah.
it's such a complicated thing. Fuck. I mean, but like just the response from Israel is just fucking ridiculous. Like turning off water, energy, fuel to the Gaza Strip,
Yeah.
where they're bombing the fuck out of it. It's I think 40% children live there. Um,
Wow.
yeah, it's a really big population of children in the Gaza Strip, and they're just bombing the fuck out of it, um, killing so many people. Um, fuck. And yeah, it's just a real fucked situation. Uh, I feel really, really bad for Palestine. I stand with them. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's some real fucked up, more fucked up shit to add to the fucked up shit of the world. Which
Yeah. I saw like I think it was my neighbor, she sent us like this crazy video of like air raid like sirens going off or whatever. And then like they just go quiet for a second. It's just a gigantic explosion like on the street. Like it's like from the perspective like someone in their house like doing that.
I
Um
remember
and
seeing
like
shit like that from the beginning of the Ukraine
right,
war.
yeah, and the reason I brought that up is because it kind of has the same effect as what was happening in the Ukraine stuff because that happened and that's like a terrifying video. And I'm like, and then
Mm.
it was from TikTok and I'm like, isn't it just great how we're in a world where we can see that and then just swipe down one more and we get a skibbity toilet meme or some shit? Like it's
That's part.
like it is insane the media like I don't know, process that we all
The
have at this point.
desensitization of,
Right. Yeah, it's
fuck shit. Yeah.
Bo Burnham, man, with that funny feeling. I
Sure.
feel it more and more.
Every day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I've been seeing shit about it all week, and there was a video of like Hassan on his and H3's podcast where
I
he was like bawling about.
I saw that clip too, yeah.
Like I think it was some Muslim. It was like a Muslim journalist who was like assassinated, and then like her funeral was fucking like raided and destroyed by people. And like I've never seen Hassan really get emotional outside of like angry or anything, and
Mm,
it was kind of crazy to see. But yeah, it's just yeah, not fun situation.
yeah. It's yeah. I once again I just need to look into what's going on because I don't want to.
Yeah, for sure.
It's hard to tell what's what, but
Yeah,
it's fucked whatever it is.
yeah. Get
Um,
informed for yourself. You know, try
yeah,
not to try not to fall into media traps of
yeah,
stuff like that. But yeah, it's rough. But um, yeah.
yeah. So did you listen to that Boy Genius
I
EP?
sure did. I sure did.
What great transition, am I right? It's called The Rest. They're very literal with the naming, as it's the
Mhm.
rest from the record. What do you think of it?
On first listen, I was a little underwhelmed. It was a little lackluster to me. Um, I liked a couple tracks, um, but I did start liking it more on a second listen. It did start clicking a little bit more. Um, but even so, it doesn't really have the same quality that the record had. To me, at least, like it had the same like production quality and everything, but like the quality of the lyrics and the songs themselves weren't my favorite. Um, they sound great on them. I mean, of course, but yeah, I don't know. It was okay. I probably need to listen to them a few more times. But seeing that they were like advertising it as like, oh, these are some of our favorite songs that we've
Oh,
made.
I didn't see that part.
Yeah, I think Lucy posted it on Instagram, and it was like, really?
Um,
um,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm just not gonna take that comment to heart because I mean, to me, I like the way I put it in my album of the year review and how I just kind of see it is like, it's just very aptly named for me.
Yeah.
This it feels like the rest. Um, the songs don't like. I mean, I think it's all right. I think it's fine. It's I mean, they still sound great on it, and the production still sounds great. It just the songs just don't feel unfinished, um,
Yeah.
which is fine. It's nice little bonus stuff for fans. That's interesting marketing though. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought it was fine as well. It's all right. Good stuff on there, but nothing like that too much sticks out. I mean,
Mhm.
Voyager was kind of cool because it's basically just a new Phoebe Bridgers song, um,
Yeah.
with some lovely background vocals,
Hmm.
from Lucy and Julian. Um,
Yeah.
and then like the ending of the album with Powers, it
Hmm.
has like some really pretty horns and stuff that are at the end. I like those. Um, but yeah, eh, it happened. But I obviously prefer the record as well. I think it's a lot better. But
Yeah, for sure.
it's nothing like bad or anything like that.
Mhm.
It's just a little something for the fans.
Yeah. I will
Yeah.
say it's definitely the lower tier of, you got the record and then their first EP, which was fantastic as well.
Right. Yeah.
And it's kind of like, I was excited for this. And then I listened to it, I was like, man, it's just like, it's fine. But
Yeah. I probably had the best case scenario where I was like, oh yeah, that came out. Okay, that was interesting.
yeah,
That was my whole experience with it.
I get too hyped for shit, and then it disappoints me.
Yeah, I try not to get too hyped nowadays. Um, the hell is this? Sorry, I was just looking at it on Spotify, and I was recommended a new release from Car Seat Headrest, The Beths, and Pickle Darling.
What?
No idea what this is, but it's two songs. One of them's a Car Seat Headrest song, and the other one's a Beths and Pickle Darling song.
All right.
All
I
right.
saw they tweeted something that was like, it's the anniversary of this album we like, so we recorded a cover.
Oh, like Car Seat Headrest tweeted that?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that's what that is. It's just
No,
not
Pickle
my
Juice Dark. That's my favorite band.
yeah. Pickle Darling, yeah.
Oh,
Um
Pickle Dark. Pickle Juice Dark. Sorry.
yeah, Pickle Darling. Yeah, that's an interesting. Oh, they only have
Yeah.
32K monthly listeners. Shout out, I guess.
We gotta jump in. We gotta get that shit up.
Live on pod, yeah. Um, but yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you
there
did you
was.
see that?
I'm sorry.
Hmm? Go ahead.
Okay, just real quick. There was also a new couple songs from Quadeca dropped.
I
Um,
heard.
he had a little EP, I guess, called Scrapyard One. The first song, called A La Carte, has a break-in sonnet. Um,
Hmm.
and I thought it was a good track. I like the production on it a lot, but it's a little bit more mainstream esque in terms of like, I don't know, vibe, like mainstream hip
Mhm.
hop s vibe. I don't know. It was all right. I feel like they could make something even better than that if they collaborate again. Um, and then the second song, "You Don't Know Me Like That," was kind of like, I don't know, it was like a mix of like hyperpop and like folk and like his electronic production. It was interesting. It was good. I don't know. But in the music video for a la carte with break-ins at the very end of it, it was like um I think it just said like scrapyard, two new songs every 2 to 3 weeks or something like that. So he's releasing two new songs every 2 to 3 weeks.
Cool.
So we'll see. Also, my I didn't mean to haunt you vinyl is finally shipping to me, so I think
Um,
it'll be here soon. Hopefully, it won't get drenched. um,
your $80 Quadeca.
yeah. um. Anyways, you were saying, did I hear of or did I see?
Oh, did you see the fucking like the interview with Dallin about the album?
No, I meant to watch that.
I thought it was interesting that they released it and talked about all the songs on the album before the album comes out.
Oh, that is interesting,
Um, yeah, they were just like
especially
they
this
were
far in
talking.
advance.
Yeah, yeah, they were talking. They talked a little bit about what love and like or what's love, and they talk and how interesting it is and how different it is. But then they started like talking about like different songs in the album. And they're like, yeah, this one's really good. And Down was like, yeah, that one's my favorite. I hope it gets the love it deserves. And it's like, man, we don't get to hear it for another like 3 months,
Yeah.
4 months. So, um, I mean, it was a good interview, but like, I was like, damn, what? Why would you release this now?
Yeah, I think it was when Scaled and Icy was coming out. I think like Tyler did an interview with Zane Lowe about it, because I do remember him like talking about like, or was this for Trench? I don't know, but like it like the interview came out like a week or so before the album, and then like it would be like, then we would, so that they were talking. I think it was for Trench, because I think I remember them talking about the last lyric on Leave the City being "They Know What I Mean" or something like that, and me just being like, oh my god, how's that gonna sound in the song, or whatever. um but I think it's different when it's like a week beforehand versus 3 months beforehand.
Yeah,
Or I mean, I guess at that point they probably had like 4 singles out for Trench as well, so I don't
yeah.
know.
Like, yeah, I don't know, but I'm very interested in the album. I hope it's good.
Yeah.
I'm sure, not getting that when the album doesn't come out till February. It's like,
Hmm.
all right, like,
Okay, sorry, I just looked up the Trench thing. It came out a month before Trench came out. It was
okay,
September 5th. Um,
no,
yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
um, I will say though, What Love, I did listen to it a couple more times after the pod, and I've kind of just I'm stuck in the place of it's all right.
Right.
It didn't really grow too much on me. Like I mean, production's nice and stuff, but the the whole like hook, the what love, whatever. Um, it doesn't
Not funny.
really, yeah, it doesn't really capture me that much. I don't
That's
know.
fair. I think it's a little fun, but
Yeah, I don't dislike it, but I think it's just kind of okay.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. I like it quite a bit, but
Oh,
I tend to contradict you. So
yeah. It's because you're a contra- contradict. I don't know. I'm sorry.
contradict more like.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was going for. I didn't make it funny.
Okay.
I forgot the funny part.
I forgot to be funny.
Yeah,
Um, you forget that a lot.
I
Um,
know. Yeah, it's a problem.
um, the Taylor Swift Eras Tour movie came out today.
Nice. Not gonna lie, the way you transitioned that, you mixed the word Taylor and arrows, and at first it sounded like you were gonna say terrorists. Um, so when you actually said Taylor Swift eras, it was kind of a little bit of emotional whiplash for me. Um,
Yeah, the terrorist movie came out today.
oh, nice, good timing.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Um,
So she made a movie about the Eras tour.
it's just a filmed Eras Tour concert, I think. And it was like, I guess there were predictions and estimates of it being like one of the biggest opening weekends for a movie this year, which makes
God,
sense. It's Taylor Swift.
how much money is
Um,
she gonna make off this tour?
so, so much.
So much, too much.
But
For such a mid album too.
I know. I mean, the Eras tour from the clips I saw was really cool,
Oh, was it?
but yeah, because the Eras tour, it was like she sang songs from every single album,
That is
uh,
pretty cool.
and did like cool sets for the background and everything for every album. So it
Okay.
was it was cool to see clips of it. But I'd rather, if there's gonna be like a concert film, I'd rather watch it on like streaming services or something, because I'm not gonna go to a movie theater to watch a
Yeah.
concert.
Yeah, I think that's
It's kind
fair.
of like when you go to like Cinemark and they'd have like the Fathom events where it was like, oh, there's this musical that you can come watch,
Oh
like
yeah,
a,
like the
a Broadway
throwbacks.
musical and shit like that. And it's like, man, who the fuck is actually going to see those other
Yeah.
than like 80-year-old people?
Yeah. Come see
But
Cats, the musical. 100% less James Corden.
which means it's 100% worse.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I saw clips of people. There was like a the credits were rolling, and there was like just a circle of girls dancing, like linked hands dancing in a circle in the
Oh,
front of the theater as the credits rolled.
that's a
Uh,
nightmare.
yeah, and they somebody put the caption "Midsummer 2019."
Yeah. I was gonna say that's something out of like an A24 film. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
It's getting
How
funny.
yeah, how sad do you think Ticketmaster was that they couldn't charge $1,000 plus for those tickets?
I mean, that probably pretty upset. Do you
Yeah.
think you could go on SeatGeek and find like seats for sold out theaters
I don't know. Does
for
SeatGeek work with
Eras Tour?
theaters?
I don't think so, but it'd be funny.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck, they're all filled up on opening night. SeatGeek.com.
Hey, if you could, that would probably be the most lucrative ad that they could make. Just be like, hey, you seeking to get Taylor Swift Eras tour tickets at the
Eras
theater.
Tour, the movie.
Eras tour the
I know.
movie.
It's
um,
like, God, man. But that's fun. That was funny. Um,
yeah. And speaking of movies,
yeah.
I don't really want to go on like a rant about this, but
Okay.
I mentioned it briefly in I don't what was it? I don't know. We were talking about something on the pod, and I was just like, "And movies are too long nowadays." um,
Yeah, I think it might. What were we talking about? Lord of the Rings.
I don't know, maybe, possibly, because like if we were, then I would have been saying that those are ones that justify their length. Um, but I don't know, like almost everything nowadays is like 2 hours to 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And most of them do not need to be that long, even close. Um, and I just saw. I mean, I don't. The movie's probably good. It's having good reviews right now. But Killers of the Flower Moon, the new
Oh, I'm so excited for that.
The new Martin Scorsese movie. I saw that it had a 3.5 hour runtime, and I was
Yeah.
like, "What are we doing?" What?
It's Martin Scorsese, Mike.
I'm aware, but like,
Every one of his movies is that long.
are they actually like 3.5 each of them?
They range from like 3 to 3.5. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
You want to see how I have the book right here? Do you want to see how thick it is and how that got turned into 3 hours, 3.5 hours?
Sure.
All
Oh,
right.
hello.
Um. Well, there it is.
There's the book. I mean, I feel like how big's the text? Can you like open it up real quick? I feel like that's not 3.5 hours worth of content.
You want to see how big American Prometheus is?
Yes, that's that's the book Oppenheimer was based off of, by the way.
Yes. And I would really love to go back to reading it, but school is just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. Yep. Much bigger. In the
And the
text,
text
much smaller.
tiny.
Oh, much smaller.
And it's like 500 pages, or it's like right under 600 pages.
Wow.
Um, and that was only 3 hours.
Yeah. I mean, when you're telling a story like that, I mean, Oppenheimer did move at a pretty quick pace in general.
Oh
So
yeah, for
like
sure.
that one definitely had a 3 hour story. I mean, I don't want to judge the movie without even seeing it, but like 3.5 hours just makes me like, does it have to be? Like, why?
It's based on a true story, and there's a lot of stuff to tackle in it, so I get it.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm very excited for it. And apparently, it's really fucking good.
Yeah.
But I don't have a problem with movies being long. I love going to movie theaters and sitting for 3.5, 4 hours. So,
I would be fine
but
with it if they just put like Subway Surfers on the side of it, but no. But
Mr. Little Attention Span over here,
yeah, no, I
Mr.
had
80 undiagnosed ADD over here.
yeah, but I don't know. I'm sure it'll be fine, but I just movies in general, man. Let's go back to an hour and a half. There's nothing wrong with that.
I like I like hour and a half movies, but I prefer hour and a half movies to be like horror movies or comedy movies. When it comes to like historical fiction or like biopic, unless it's something like fucking Bohemian Rhapsody. Bohemian Rhapsody was like just under 2 hours, I think, and
Mhm.
that was good for that. Um, but like Oppenheimer being 3 hours, I was all for it. Love it.
Yeah,
Um,
I can agree with you to an extent there that if it has like a historical context to it, that
mhm.
it being longer, I guess, has some justification.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited for that one. I do see your grievances with it, and there's probably a lot of people that agree with you, but
Hmm.
I don't know, I'm a big I like just I love movie theaters,
Yeah,
so
that you
that was
do.
yeah, that was my favorite. That was my uh, most excited thing to go back to after after the pandemic calmed down.
Oh yeah, I remember I gave you an AMC gift card for Secret
Uh-huh.
Santa.
Just
2019.
before. Yeah,
And I think
and
we probably
then
did that like in January or something because those are usually later in the year anyway.
yeah, I don't. Was it me, John, and Vince, or me, you, and Vince that went to see Quiet Place Part Two?
I thought all four of us went. I definitely went
Was
with
that?
you guys, but was
I
John
feel
was John not there for that?
part of me feels like he wasn't,
Oh,
but I was like that was like the first movie after like a year and a half, and I was so excited.
maybe it was
And it
just
was
us
pretty
three.
because I
I
remember going to that restaurant with the big pretzel afterwards.
Oh yeah, that definitely was just us three then. Because I remember Vince was disappointed by it and wanted to do it again with John.
Yes.
Yeah,
Have
but
you been to that restaurant since?
yeah, I've been there a couple times since.
I like that place.
Yeah,
Got good stuff.
yeah, I went there with my mom not too long ago.
Hmm. I
Um,
had a date with John there one time.
that's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I remember. I think it was like a week before that. My friends, my neighbors, well, my neighbors and Dane and his brother, were all going to see. Oh shit, it was a Demon Slayer movie. Um, has to do with like a train. Uh,
The whole train.
what?
This train to Busan. The
Yeah, Train to Busan, Demon Slayer. Yeah, it will be optimally racist here.
my dad
um.
took me to that one.
Oh, okay. I actually did kind of like it. It had some cool visuals and stuff going on.
Weeb, weeb.
No, no. Um, it had some cool visuals, and I looked up the story of seasons 1 through 2 of Demon Slayer, so I could be whatever informed on what was going on. Um, yeah, it was a decent movie. I liked it. It was pretty good. But I remember it was like a week before that they convinced me to go with them to that since they were all going, and that was my first movie back after COVID. Some
Yeah.
anime series I don't care about.
But you fell in love with afterwards, and I've watched everything
Absolutely.
since.
Yeah. And now I've also watched every piece of One Piece since every piece of it. Yeah.
Crazy. Did you find the One Piece? Or?
Uh I mean, I do have Howard Hamlin as my profile picture, so the One Piece is real. Whatever.
Yeah.
That clip of him yelling that. I don't know.
Did he do that?
Yeah, someone requested a cameo of him to do that. So he just goes,
Yeah.
"The One
The One
Piece,
Piece is real.
the One Piece is real."
The One Piece. The One Piece is real.
A great clip. Um,
So,
Breaking Bad characters on Cameo is just mean galore.
so good. Hank Schrader.
Yeah,
God,
Dean Norris on there is wild.
he'll do anything.
Well, I don't know. Been seeming sus lately. uh, so good.
Walt, put your dick away, Walt.
I don't remember that one.
Wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
What's good with you?
not much.
Oh my god, I listened to another album that I did not write down.
What you listen to?
I How did I not write that down? I remember I
Just
was going to. I thought I was missing something. I listened to Rosalia, uh, her album El Mal Querer,
Hmm.
came out in 2018. I saw a lot of people talking about this album. Maybe when it came out, I think it was when it came out because I was like weirdly in tune with what was happening in 2018 because I wanted to be more cultured. Um, and yeah, I saw people talk about it and liking it, and I never checked it out. And then Motomami came out last year, and I listened to that one. And did you ever listen to Motomami?
No, I probably should. Like, I like that song.
Yeah, Motomami is like I saw a lot of people comparing it to like Yeezus in terms of it just kind of goes off the wall. Um,
I also
and
like the album.
What's that?
What?
I didn't hear what you said.
No.
I'm sorry.
No. It's okay.
Okay.
I was just being a little
Well,
little perv.
oh, gotcha. um, but yeah, it kind of goes crazy. Giza's style on Motomami, and I do like that album, but at some points it's like, okay, this is not quite my speed. Um, so when I went into this, I was kind of expecting a little bit more of that, but no, instead it was just like it was a concept album that was like
Oh.
really, I don't know, it was like really like it was experimental in like more like a classical experimental type of way. Like maybe not classical music, but like I don't know, like flamenco is a big influence on here, which is just like old like Spanish guitar driven stuff. That is not a definition that you should follow. But flamenco vibes, and she's just like really, I don't know, she's really I feel like it's more in her element here. And I really liked it. Her vocals shined, and I listened for like a second time with like the translated lyrics, and it's got some interesting stuff going on there too with the concept.
Mhm.
Yeah.
More of a Jesus is King vibe.
Yeah, it's the Jesus is King to Motomami Jesus. Um, but yeah, I was looking at because I was about to start wrapping up and I had to do song of the week, so I was looking at my Spotify and I saw all those saved songs. I was like, what the hell?
Remember the fucking white guy and the white woman, but you can't remember the Hispanic lady. That's fucking.
Okay, whatever.
There we go. I brought it back to your racism.
At least I'm not homophobic because those white women are gay.
Hey, I love gays.
I do too. Obviously, I mean, I talked about it, and actually, I don't even know why I'm bringing them up because Sufjan Stevens is also gay.
Is he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, the whole album is like dedicated to his partner who passed away.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, yeah. It's I thought I guess you didn't know that context of it. Yeah, I don't know like too much about it, but he dedicated it to his late partner who, yeah, I don't
That's
know.
sad.
Sufjan Stevens has a knack for going through some sad stuff, so
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Fucked, man.
yeah. Are you liking the song of the week?
Or
My transitions are on key today, man. It's crazy.
you're on point. You're really on point.
On point. Um, cool. Well, I am up first this week. And wow. since I just remembered that Rosalia album, I'm gonna choose something from there just because pretty cool. One that I liked a lot was the third track. It's called Pienso en tu mira. Cap 3 cellos. I don't know how to pronounce that last part. Yeah, I remember liking this one a lot, so I'm gonna go with the third track off El Mal Carrer. Alright, that was Pienso en tu mira by Rosalia. What did you think of that? Colin?
I thought it was pretty good. I really like her voice. Production was really good. I have a little hard time listening to music that isn't in English just because like I can't connect with the lyrics as much. But whatever she was saying about, she had a lot of emotion behind, and I appreciate it. So, yeah, that was a good song.
Yeah, I already forgot what the exact lyric. Well, not obviously I don't remember the exact lyrics, but I forgot like what that song is about. But I remember it being pretty good. There was some good like poetry and stuff in the translation. But I don't know, something about that song, that organ just like tickles something in my ear. And the rhythms are really interesting on it too. Just I don't know, she just kind of flows over it like really nicely and just kind of stuck out to me in the listens that I had for it.
For sure.
Yeah.
I
Cool.
forgot about it, but whatever.
Hey, I just forgot the lyrics, okay? I remember the sound.
No, you forgot the album.
Oh, yeah. What do you got?
Well, I really enjoyed that Sufjan album, and the song that really like stood out to me and made me want to like continue listening to the record. Also, the third track on the album,
Mm.
"Will Anybody Ever Love Me" by
Ooh.
Sufjan. All right, that was "Will Anybody Ever Love Me" by Sufjan Stevens. What do you think, Mike?
Very, very good. Yeah, that's one of my favorites from the album as well. I was thinking of going with Shit Talk before I remembered the Rosalia one. And then I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't give Colin a 9-minute song when on his long day that's gonna be followed by another long day. um
I'm not too exhausted.
yeah.
But.
No, it's there's a lot of beautiful things on the whole album. I need to give it like another listen, just like looking at the lyrics with, you know, the whole context of everything behind it. I was following the lyrics this time though, and I was like, damn. Yeah, it's a painful one. But
Yeah.
yeah, hits a nerve, that's for sure. What about, or I was about to say, what about you? It's your song.
Yeah, I love that track. Like I said, it's the track that really made me want to hunker down and actually listen to the album because I saw it came out and I was like, yeah, I'll check it out. And the first two tracks were great, but that one was like, damn, this is like the sad shit that I got from Carrie and Lowell. So, um, and I had no idea of the context behind it, so it makes it even worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the guitar work. I love the way Sufjan sings on that one. It's just a great fucking track. It's probably my favorite on the album right now. But I'm also partial to like the title track. The title track, Genuflecting Ghosts, was good, and then Shit Talk was also really good. But yeah, that one. This one was good shit.
There's a lot of good shit.
For sure. Check it out.
Absolutely. Go check it. I was just about to say the same thing.
Great minds think alike.
Absolutely. Alrighty. Well, you got anything else to add on today, Mr. Yorda?
No, not today. Just next week when we talk, I'll be neck deep in Spider-Man. So, well, I mean, not really. I probably won't get much of a chance to play it before we record, but I'll be excited for it. So there's that.
Neck deep sounds like a really sexual term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elbow deep.
Yeah, I think elbow. Where does that term originate from? Hold on, I'm actually curious.
I'll be balls deep.
See, like something like that. Yeah, I mean, but like, is someone sticking their elbow like?
You know, it might be people who work on farms and help birth horses and cows and shit.
Maybe. I'm seeing people explain what it means, but I want to see where it comes from.
What are the origins of elbow deep?
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, I mean, you go do that to Spider-Man.
No.
Neck deep into Spider-Man. Yeah. Alrighty.
All right.
Well, thanks.
You got anything else?
Oh, nope.
No.
Not at the moment. But if you're watching, hi. We're talking to you now. We're breaking down the barrier.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, getting personal too. If you're listening to us on streaming services, you can come on over to YouTube. Well, first of all, we appreciate you.
We love you.
Love you to death, audio listeners.
Death with dignity.
Death with dignity. It was in the outro when I messed it up last time, so gotta really be careful. Yeah, it was when I was talking. I was like, "Here's our songs of the week." But I think it was one of the first times I did that too, where I was naming off what songs we listened to. I was nervous to do it, and then my nerves were they were right.
Nervous words are sober thoughts.
No, no. um, but yeah, if you're listening to Streamer Services, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Come on over to YouTube under the same name, BrokeN Boys, capital N, BOYS. We got a whole bunch of stuff down in the description for you to go check out. I'm gonna ramble for the next 6 minutes. We've got Song of the Week playlists, which is that thing that we just did. We got playlists for those. We got 3 of them, in fact. We got one for every song that I've chosen. We got one for every song Colin's chosen. Oh, there we go. And we have one for all the songs that have been chosen by us and our guests on this show. That's all the guests we've had on. Go ahead and go check those out. A lot of variety in there. You're in for a wild treat. Yeah, it'll be a fun time. But we also have some stuff for our personal links and everything. For me, I've got music out. I got the album Coping Mechanism that was released last year. New stuff is in the works. I know I say stuff like that all the time, but this time I'm really liking a lot of the things that are happening, and that I'm pretty sure they will be released at some point.
This time it's personal.
This time it's kind of true. Instead of shitting on someone else, now I just shit on myself for the whole album. Yeah, be looking forward to some of those. Get pre-game with some Coping Mechanism. I don't know.
Drink yourself to tears.
Absolutely. Perfect drinking music that I make. But that's on Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you find it. I've also got a YouTube page where I post piano covers and potentially a guitar cover.
Yeah.
It's not out of the realm of possibility, but
that's not what we've been talking about for
it's
3 months.
Yeah, probably been 3 months. But that and then my Sail to the Moon cover, I think I'll link down there as well. If not, it'll be on my piano channel's page. It'll be under plaintiff scores. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I've got an album of the year where I rate and review a whole bunch of different music. I've got an Instagram down there. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Other than that, I always have to go first for this. You know what? I am gonna wait for what Colin says and then copy him.
Wow.
As for Colin, though, Colin's got an album of the year page as well where he rates and reviews music. He's also got an old Instagram page where he does ratings of music. It's pretty great.
Did at one point.
Yeah, he still does. He's like me and the guitar covers. He's always promising a new review on that Instagram page.
Yeah, I've been promising new shit for like 2 years now.
I know, so it's crazy.
I'm a little,
My mic's coming through all right?
You've been a little crackly at points, but you're all right.
Okay. I see my green box popping out sometimes in the middle of a sentence, and I get a little worried.
I love when your green box pops out, Mike. God.
Damn. I can't wait till after the episode, man. But he's got that. But he also has a letterbox where he rates and reviews movies, and movies, not TV shows. Yeah, go check out that too. All those reviews, like he said earlier, he's the movie man.
Sure.
And he also runs our socials. We love him for that. He runs our Twitter page, or X, and and he runs our oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm blanking. So TikTok. Oh yeah, TikTok exists. He runs our TikTok as well. So go check out those. Got some funny clips on there. Colin, where are you in relation to the viewer?
I'm standing on a hill.
Whoa.
And I'm staring down past them, right at your green box. and I'm just admiring it. But I'm getting so ready to be neck deep.
In me. To be clear.
Yeah.
Um, and bouncing off of that, I guess I'm just down at the end of the hill, the lip. I don't know. I want to call it the lip for some reason. The end of the hill, uh, awaiting to be neck deep. I'm standing right next to you though, but we're both waiting for Colin on top of the hill.
Oh, you're not behind them this time. You're just next to him.
I'm a little bit behind him, but adjacently.
I gotcha.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
they are in front of me, but we're kind of like hanging out, but we're not like that close of friends. So we're like, we got like 6 feet in front of us or between us or something.
I got you.
Yeah. But we're both awaiting your arrival. And what will you do? How will you arrive? And what will you do when you arrive, Colin?
Well, I'm gonna take a couple steps down. One of those like you're walking down a hill steps where you're kind of like trying not to fall, but your feet are like kind of horizontal a little bit. And then I'm gonna accidentally trip and roll down the hill a little bit, but I'm gonna make a smooth recovery. I'm gonna get back up, and I'm gonna tackle you and the fan lovingly, in what we like to call a love cage, where Mike, you're going to just cast away all those new friend, half acquaintance feelings, and you're gonna go for a hug from behind, and as I come in from in front, and with consent, of course, we're gonna hug you. We're gonna envelop you in our love, and then me and Mike are gonna get neck deep in each other, and it's gonna be real sloppy, real gross, but it comes from a place of love. So in a way, it's kind of love. It's kind of beautiful.
Mm-hmm. It's not a sin because it's love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hill I was standing on, I like to call it Brokeback Mountain, but
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is that where Moses got the 10 Commandments from God? Was Brokeback Mountain?
It probably was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, they don't talk about it very much, but
yeah, they like to avoid that part in the translations.
It's the same place where it's right next to the Garden of Eden, so that's kind of where that's what they talk about it sometimes, but not really.
Yeah.
God did take another rib from Adam, and they made Steve.
Gotcha.
And Brokeback Mountain is where they went and hung out.
Gotcha.
And it became iconic in the Bible, and
yeah,
that's where Moses wanted to hang out.
Yeah, the translations like to leave that part out.
If you get a Bible from like the first the first round of them coming out.
the Bible first edition. yeah,
it's very rare, but
it's a hot commodity. Emphasis on the hot. Yeah.
A biblical cage.
A biblical love cage. Damn, that goes hard.
New song title in month.
Yeah, that's gonna be the name of my next album. Biblical love cage.
That's great.
Oh man.
But if you want to look at your own, what can they do, Mike?
Oh, they can leave their address below, and we will put them in our little safekeeping folder that we have on a flash drive. And one day we're just gonna do a random number generator, pick who we're gonna love cage. We get so many requests for these, so you may have to wait a little bit. But because it's random, it could be tomorrow, could be in an hour.
Sure could.
5 minutes. We fulfill them pretty regularly. We did 2 today.
Yeah.
Second one was a little weird on our part. We may have went too far, but that's that's a story for another time.
Yeah. We'll
But
tell it in our memoirs.
in our memoirs, yeah. That'll be the last episode of Broken Boys, just our
The love
memoirs.
cage connection.
Yeah, just a whole bunch of love cage stories. But
Would go
yeah,
hard.
yeah. We've had a couple go hard before during the love cage.
Oh yeah. All right.
But yeah, leave your ads below. We'd love to cage you.
Oh,
Yeah. All right. Well,
we'll talk at you next week.
yeah, will do. This will be a normal outro because I don't have anything funny to say.
All right. We'll have plenty to talk about for sure, though.
Absolutely. By eventful weeks.
Yes. Mike, you're not going to see it coming. Mike's actually going to do so much next week.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
I'm not going to see it coming either.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
You know,
what's
you know, boygenius put out an EP today, but I'm feeling pretty EP, so I'm going to go to bed.
Nice.
I'm going to take a rest. The rest. Damn it. Damn it.
The drummer was on point. Drummer was ready.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.